Yeah, so the world is terrifying right now. Like, I completely agree. I feel you. I'm struggling with the pressures and anxiety too. But although it may seem like the outside world is constantly coming to an end and we can just never get up for a breath of air, just because it feels like the outside world is ending doesn't mean that yours has to. That might sound like a broad statement, and you probably are like, girl, like, I'd be like, girl, I've heard it all, who cares? But really, if you're anything like me, and every day you have to swallow that pill of being like, are we going to make it out of this? Are we too far gone? What am I still doing all of this work for? Why am I so stressed for a future that is not promised? You might be thinking, man, I thought I was the only person thinking those scary thoughts. No, trust me, you are not alone. But like I said, just because it's scary out there doesn't mean it has to be scary in here. So just hear me out. So just give me 5 minutes to change your mind, maybe change your perspective. Just hear me out because I want to help you, because I face this battle too. And we are in this together. So here are 3 main things that help me center myself when it comes to like the fear and anxiety of the outside world. First of all, focusing on what I can control. So when you're reading the news or you're scrolling on social media or you're scrolling on TikTok and yet another thing is happening, another law being passed, another tragedy, another thing, on top of the 1,000,000 things that we're facing every single day, and it just overwhelms you. Your heart sinks. You're worried for those people. You're concerned for the people affected, and you're angry at the people who are responsible. I get that. But let me ask you this. Is there anything that you personally can do about that? Is there anything that you can do personally right now about the situation? And if the answer is no, I am begging you to just let it go. And I'm not saying don't care about them or turn the other cheek. I'm just saying you cannot do anything about that situation right now. You can pray about it, but 9 times out of 10, that situation is out of your control. You literally couldn't change it. You literally couldn't change it if you tried. Carrying that weight will kill you. It will break your heart. It will crush your spirit, and we don't want that. We're literally focusing on the things that we can control and letting go of the things that we can't. My second thing that helps me center myself and keep me grounded is reminding myself what I have. So it might feel like everybody's coming at a cost, everybody's losing, everybody's being affected, but I'm gonna need you to remind yourself what you have. Your friends, your family, your house, your bed, your shoes, your clothing, your food. Even all of that isn't guaranteed. But whatever you have right now that you're not cherishing, there is somebody out there right now who would love to have this, who would love to come home and lay on a pillow or be on a bed or be able to rest. Just being able to rest is a blessing. Having breath in your lungs is a blessing. I promise you. All these little things that we take for granted and we start to ignore, that's when you start to lose control, because you're not focusing on the good that you have. And I don't care what anybody says. Being rich can mean a lot of different things to people, but being rich to me are all the things that feed my soul. Like hanging out with my friends, gathering around a table, telling jokes with my siblings, going in a car ride with my mom, gathering people together, doing things that are bigger than myself, volunteer work, all of those things, I cherish those things. It makes my life worth living. You have to have that. And going into the third one, last one, remembering your why. For me, the biggest thing right now is I feel like I'm fighting for a future that isn't promised. And I know that tomorrow isn't promised, but it's like we live in this world, we live in this culture where it's just go, 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 work till you die, and just like grind, get all the money. And what ultimately does that get you? And I know that a lot of us can get caught up in that. I'm not blaming you, I'm not blaming myself, but I really want you to remember your why. Why are you working so hard? Why are you still in school? Why are you at that job? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Like, why are you doing it? I got a little mixed up when I create content, and I got a little mixed up for a second because I was doing it for money, and I lost the love of things, and everything started to be more generic and less authentic. And that's when you have to remember your why. Why am I doing this? I want to help. I want to outreach to people. I want people to feel seen. I want people to be heard. Why are you doing it? Why are you going to school? Why are you chasing that degree? Why are you working so hard at your job? Ask yourself, remember why you're doing it. And if there isn't a why, you need to find that passion. You need to find that fire inside your soul to really live, and not just live to work or live to die, but really live this life, not just for yourself, but for others. What can you do to give back? Things like that. Just find your passion, find your fire, and remember your why you are doing these things. That might be a little bit over 5 minutes, but I really hope that helped, because I understand this battle. I understand this battle of just like crippling anxiety and despair, because every day there is something new. But I'm telling you, your life is still worth living. You still have things to fight for. You still have things to win. You will have obstacles to come over, but we are in this battle together, and I promise you we are going to get through it. Some way, somehow, we will get through it, and that hard work will pay off. And I never introduced myself, so I'm Savannah. I create content. You can follow me on whatever platforms you want to. I really hope this helped, and thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and goodbye.